stuff. It's just, like I said, it's literally killed us. And alright, I'm not even sure where to begin. Guess I should make a blog channel. I don't know. Just blog here. Blog about life. I don't know. But I am doing, it's not really a get ready with me because I'm not going anywhere. I just haven't filmed in so long. But I am going to be using the Revolution Makeup Creative Volume Number 1. I've used this in another video. Let me go ahead and get it open. I say I used it in a video. I think I used it in a video. There's the colors. They're really pretty on. It might have been out of focus. This doesn't focus. Okay. Anyway, so yeah. So let me get right into this. It's been a very rough last couple of weeks or so for me. My eyes are probably more puffy than normal because I thought I was having not a nervous breakdown, but I had a full-blown anxiety attack earlier today, and then I was having the issues with the computer, moved the computer and back, and anyway, through all that, I got a computer from my dad, got everything set up, finally got the password where I could get in. And oh, and my hair was fixed earlier today, by the way, just to let you know. Plus I gave myself a haircut yesterday. So I cut all the back off. So yeah, so it took a few days to get into that. And then I ended up, well, I had to put my hard drive from my old computer. Thank goodness it still works. I think ultimately in the end it's just my power supply that quit working. But it is a 2009 Core i7 Gen 1. So Microsoft help a girl out. But anyway, yeah, so then I couldn't go online in here with that computer because wireless. And therefore I had to unhook everything, move it to the kitchen, get it all hooked up. And from there, okay, I'm going into the formative, which is the bottom. It looks like the top to y'all, but it's the bottom because I was holding it upside down. Bottom right. It's going into the crease, and then there's some eyelash on my eye. So yeah, so I got it all, you know, unhooked in there, got the password, all that stuff worked out. Just, I've been having headaches. I think it's just the wrong brush, and I thought it was looking funny. I think it's weather related because we've got weather. It's been cloudy for the past couple of days. Well, no, I take that. It was cloudy yesterday, but then it got sunny and it got awfully hot. Heat index was 106 degrees Fahrenheit. Because I know not everybody that watches is Fahrenheit. Some are Celsius. But anyway, get the computer in there, got online because I had to hardwire, got everything worked, and then with the stress of mainly financials, I mean, I don't know, rob Peter to pay Paul, I think is a saying. And it's not for me buying things or anything. It's just I can't really work because of the psoriatic arthritis. I can't. Just a little bit of use of my hands and they start to hurt. I don't really have issues in other, that popped. I mean, I had rotator cuff in this shoulder. You can probably see the scar right there. But yeah, so I don't normally have problems. Like, I don't really want to hear all this. I just have to talk though. I've got to get it out. It's mainly my hands and my feet. So my toes, all the joints in my toes are just really bad. My hands are really bad. And then I do get hip pain, which I've been going to physical therapy, but I really think that was more muscle related because of the elderly gentleman that fell across the street, and I ran to help him get up, and thank goodness my husband was driving down the road and I flagged him down, and he came to help me. He came to help me, came to the rescue. Yeah, so anyway, so I think I have the computer all set. I forgot to download software though while I had it plugged in there. So today I moved the computer back into the office, got everything hooked up, and I couldn't go online. So I knew that the disk software to the wireless card was in my file cabinet. So, which wasn't that hard. I just didn't know if it was in the top drawer, bottom drawer. So I finally found it in the bottom. Got it. Okay, now I'm dipping into individual, which I don't know why I'm dipping into individual. Not yet. I'm going to take this a little further up. So I go to install the software. And then what happens? The DVD/CD-ROM would not recognize it. And every time I would try to open, I went different routes to try to get it to open, and it just kept telling me to insert disk. So I went into the device manager. It says everything was fine, has the latest update, which all the drivers should have had the latest update because I just did that a couple of days ago because I wiped the computer basically and reset everything back to factory, and then did the updates and stuff, which took a half a day or a day. I don't really remember now because all time just blurs together. So I got that. Like I said, I got it in here. It was all hooked up, and then that wouldn't work. So needless to say, I had a full-blown meltdown in here, and my oldest son, he came, he's like, Mom, what's going on? And I already had broke down twice earlier today and crying, and I don't have a pretty cry either. It's not a pretty cry at all. Now I'm going in with individual to darken up everything here. And I'm going to carry this out some. So he comes in, my son helps me get it unhooked back into the kitchen again. Just took a second. I mean, just mere seconds to type in Netgear AC600 dual band micro USB. So that, I mean, as quick as I could say that, I was online. So then what do we have to do? I had to unhook the whole thing, bring it back in here. And it just keep getting this mirror. I don't normally hold the bigger mirror. I've never done really a halo look. I might try that. We'll see. You know, and I just did that, and I don't want that there. Alright, so now it is time for some color pop. So I'll also tell you, I've had anxiety for pretty much my whole life. Now I can go long, and I shouldn't just say anxiety, I should throw in the word depression with that as well. I can go though long stretches and not, you know, have any problems or anything. I gotta give that a second to dry because get on my upper lid because of the can't see what I'm doing. Alright. I just almost spilled that whole thing out on me. Alright. So we're gonna leave that there for a sec. I just got it all over the eyeshadow, didn't we? Since I wasn't looking, but that's alright. It will come off. Okay. Well, that's what I did a second ago. So it's not a good feeling when you're not in control, or you feel like you're not in control. And that's just been it. Oh, I think I did mention physical therapy. I had been going to physical therapy, but she graduated me out. That was for my hip / pulled muscle, whatever it was. It still hurts, but I've been doing my exercises. Okay, now I can't really tell if they're the same because I screwed up with the powder on the other eye. So now I kind of got powder over my highlighter and everything. Oh, goodness gracious me. I just have to go back over that just a tiny bit. So I will be editing. going down. It's just not going down quite as bright as I want. I just put some of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. Trying to see if I can get this color to intensify just a little bit there. Forgot to mention the colors. I'm using, the yellow was Trendsetter, and then now I'm using Color, which is called Color. This color is called Color, I guess I should say. So needless to say right now, I am just a few strands of hair from wanting to be committed to a loony bin. Seriously. That's how crazy and stuff my brain is. And a lot of times it has come down to financial situation, but it's not. All right, I think this color is called Inspired. I'm putting it in between the two. Looking at the colors on here, I may have actually done a couple of looks with it because I see some of the purples have been, no, I guess I did that today. Maybe not then. Maybe it was just the, across the top I used Inspired, Avant-Garde, and Abstract, which are these three right here. Find, okay, this is a nice fluffy brush. I'm gonna see if I can trying to get it to be a little more blended in the middle. I've just created like a tremendous fallout on my face. Can you see that right there? And I mean a lot. I see why people like to do their foundation first. I mean last. No. Okay, I switched to a little bigger brush. We're gonna try this with the blue in the middle. Or it's not really blue, it's turquoise. I But yeah, that worked nice on that. And plus, because it's a shimmery foil, that really picked it up good there. This again is not turning out. Oh, that just didn't work at all right there, did it? Oh no, this darker purple is wanting to not stick to my eye. It's irritating me.
First try. First try.
Trying to cover that up now because I don't like it. And I'm going over it with a color called Quirky, which is a pale pink. Okay, so how do y'all hold brushes when you do your eyes? Do you switch hands? Do you use the same? Okay, this is how I draw and do art. So it's just natural for me to hold the brush this way. Okay, so there's that. This is driving me nuts. Hopefully it doesn't streak. Okay, and that is so funny because I'm going to do under, and it already has the pink, the blue, and the yellow underneath. But first I'm going to take Black Heart, and it is, as it says, Black Heart. It is jet black. Using my Jeannie eyeliner brow, which is my favorite brushes of all time, are hers. I'm going to put a little bit just above my eyelashes. Pretty much on the eyelashes. Okay, I think my mirror's in your way, and I apologize. Just to help frame my eyes a little bit more. Now, well, if I didn't look my age before, I definitely do today. Looking at how tired and exhausted yeah, I think I scared my oldest son earlier because it was just me and him here when I had my meltdown. Okay, let me turn that down just a tad. Fortunately, the cheek blush was not the right choice. So I may see if I can correct that. Alright. Let me clean everything up. Eyebrows, lashes, lips, everything. And I will be back. Before I come back though, I mean, you're not gonna see this until you watch it, but if you have any questions about anything I've talked about, because I may not have been clear on everything, just put it in the comments below. Okay, I'm feeling a little better than I was when I first started the video. Make sure, yeah. I guess I'm in focus, hopefully. Okay. Alright. To start, I got everything laid out over here. The foundation is Found Nourishing Liquid Foundation in the shade 110. I picked this up at Walmart. I want to say it was around 10 bucks probably. I think I saw it online for around 13 or 15. I can't quite remember. 110 porcelain is what it is. So it actually did pretty good. So it's a very light coverage, but I like that. So then I used some of the Extraordinary translucent powder from Ciate London, just a little bit under the eyes right here, because I don't know if the setting powder made it worse or better. I think it's a little better now around the nose. And then I did the rest of my face. I always use the 4-in-1 pressed mineral makeup from Pure. I have, I think, a Maybelline, or somebody else, I think it's Maybelline, I'm pretty sure, that's real similar to this, a 4-in-1 mineral makeup that I, well, sometimes, but it's usually Pure, which is what I use today, because I'm showing you everything. Oh, I forgot to start off though. I used the e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Face Primer. I actually used both the green and the purple. And oh, here it is. I used the Smashbox Photo Finish. I just have the little sample and I put that on. And then on top of that, I ended up going in with the LMXI. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. The Nilotica Goddess Glow. I know I'm butchering that really bad. So I put that on, so it kind of gave me a little bit there. Then let me grab all of these at the same time. For my bronzer. I just got this. I forgot which beauty box this came in. This is the Pacifica Bronzed Rose. It's infused with rose and coconut. It actually smells really good. I used both sides to contour around my face and stuff. Then I had on a different cheek blush. I love the Morphe blush palette. This is the 8C, which is the Cool Tones. I had originally went in with these, started with this one and then I went lighter and then lighter. But I didn't like that with the eyeshadow, so I ended up going in with these two on top. Hot and Free. I think first was Driven, Eco, and Sexy. That's what I did, yeah. So then I changed that up. For my highlighter, I used from Revolution Makeup. This is the highlighter palette from Soph X. I originally had this shade here, which was still really good, but I went ahead and put some of that over to show you my highlighter. And then again, my eyes is also Revolution Makeup, Revolution London. This is the Creative Volume #1. And if I can get it open again. Okay. It's numbered on back 1 through 24, but they actually have names on the inside, but I guess for tutorial purposes, if you want to say you used 1, 10, and 20 or whatever. I started off with the Formative, darkened it with Individual. Then I used Trendsetter, which is the yellow here. I used the Color, which is the pink there. Inspired, which is the light green, blue, turquoisey color there. And that's what I did. And then I really didn't like that, so I ended up going over it with Quirky here in the middle. That was my son, excuse me. Then I ended up in the outer corners because I still wasn't satisfied with that. I went in with the Creative, which is a gold shimmer. Just a little bit in there. Also, some of the brushes I forgot to name. I have different ones. Okay, this I like using really more for after I have powder and stuff down on my face. I will, like setting powder, especially I use this. If I get fallout, I just kind of, you know, brush it off. Well, hopefully you don't get fallout on your forehead, but you know, this is the one I use for my cheek blush. It's a rounded taper. This is a BH Cosmetics. This was also a BH Cosmetics. This is a #1, and this one is a #3. Then for contouring, mainly I use, now these are my finds that I found on Amazon. This is the Hollow World. You can also find them on Instagram. Don't quote me, but I will try to link it. I will probably forget down on the bottom, but it's hollow_world, I do believe. Just type in Hollow World and it'll come up. HALO and then world, like around the world in 80 days type thing. Okay, this one is a flat taper. This is probably a foundation brush, but I like to use this for contouring my nose. A lot of people go really small and flat with theirs, but this one works good, and I vary. I don't always use this for that, but that's mainly what I use for it. Then from Hollow World, this is the fan brush. This is for your highlighter. Then for my eye brushes, I know there's others I had here. Pick them all up. Now I use different ones for different things. My other favorite one is not here. Right here. BH Cosmetic number 10 is my ultimate favorite. And then the Luxie 207 probably comes in third or fourth. It's just a tiny bit bigger than the BH and not as tight. I like the tighter bristles here. I mean, they're softer, but I don't know how I mean the word tighter. They're not as fluffy. Maybe that's the word. So I like those. I love this one, BH Cosmetic number 9. Again, it's really great for just if you want to pack on a lot of shadow. I didn't use that one today. That I'll use for contour as well sometimes, which is also a Hollow World. These are both Morphe E18 and E36, and I consider them both pencil type. And I use these when I want to be more specific, especially in the crease area. This one I will use, and other ones that are shaped similar to this. A lot of times for a highlighter still, or if I want to be real specific with cheek blush or contouring, I will use the smaller one. Again, another pencil one. This is Luxie 243. And I used, I think, almost every one of these in this eye look, even though, I don't know. I don't know why I switched so many times. Okay, then this is Hollow World again, and this is a little tiny. And this is like what some people use for their nose contour. I use this for my packing around especially if I do glitter on the eyes and stuff. I use this little tiny one. And I think I showed y'all, I don't have it with me, I laid it down, was my little one from Jane Iredale, which is the eyeliner brow. Absolutely, and I have other Jane Iredale, and you'll see me use them and brag about them. I've had those brushes beyond most of y'all's age, probably. No, I've had them a really long time though, and they still look brand new even though I've used them a ton. They're natural hair though, because they are sable. They were not cheap brushes, but they were worth it and they last. And I don't know if, I'm sure they were, I don't know how they get the hair. I don't want to call it cruelty free. I don't know how they get them, but I'm not even sure what a sable is. Is that a cat or a rabbit or something? I have no idea. Okay, then here's my last one. This is also another, I use this in the crease a lot. This is the BH Cosmetic number 9. Okay, now this is where we get into some fun. My mascara is the Wet n Wild Mega Protein Lash. It's tapered, smaller on the end, fatter. It does not hold a lot of product, and I actually like that because it gives me, I can get length with it, but it does not give me a lot of volume. It's definitely not a volume mascara. I just got this. This is really my first time to try it. I just wanted to give it a go. I liked it though, so it was pretty good. Eyebrows, something I've never done before. This I purchased from, I believe, yes, I believe I did, from FabFitFun during their summer edit. This is the Christopher buckle. Inside this unscrews. There is the brow pomade, and in the very tip, and this extends out, there's the little brush, and then this flips open and there's your powder. So the instructions is that you put the pomade down first, draw in, and then you go back over, I guess, with the powder to sort of maybe set it. I'm not sure. That didn't say that, but that's what I'm guessing. And then the eyebrows I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I really like this. I do. And my most favorite of all is the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick, and this is in Yes Ma'am. I thought it matched the eyes pretty well. I mean, not like dead on, but I had the little bit of pink in the corner and stuff. So that is it. I know this video is probably going to be a little bit different than my normal videos, but I just wanted to share a little bit with y'all of how I've been feeling and my situation, why I'm feeling like this, and this is not like all makeup that I've purchased either. Obviously, I will not be purchasing any makeup for a long time now because of my medical that came in and stuff. It's just, like I said, it's literally killed us. That's why I'm struggling. But I made a list of all my palettes. I don't know if y'all can read that or not. And then it carried over to that page. And this is doubled on that side. But all total, there were just palettes alone, and this may not have been all of them, but I would say it was at least 99% of them. I had 57, which is not bad. And then I have my Concrete Minerals, then I have the AMI Hearts, and then just other different individual shades and stuff. So I considered it that I have 60 different things. So I'm going to be going through here, and I don't know if I'll do, like, make it a pick your number out of a hat, and that's the palette of the day that I'll be using, or how I'm going to do it. But I want to go through all of these because some of these I've never even worn before. Like, you know, I've had the pizza palette from Glamlight for a long time now. I've never opened it, never used it. And then I have several others. I don't see them sitting in front of me. I have yeah, but here's one. Revolution Makeup. This is the Foil Frenzy. It's still on, never been opened. Gorgeous foils. And then I have another, I think, Revolution palette. I don't know what it is. I have an e.l.f. palette that's about the same size. About the same number of shades in it. So we're going to go through those. But anyway, so hopefully y'all like the look. And stay tuned